Yesterday I was fighting this guy, playing Elden Ring duels as I usually do, and he's killing me round after round. Like, he has a huge advantage when it comes to the connection. And then I add him and I'm shit talking, the usual. Alright, fuck you, man. And he's like, fuck you, man. And I'm like, fuck you, man. And he's like, fuck you, man. You know how it is. And we went like that for a while, and he was like, I'm gonna make a video about you, exposing you. And I was like, okay. And then I added him, he was on my Steam, and he exited the game. And I was like, oh, is he doing what I think he's doing? He actually went and created a video and actually sent me the link. And the thumbnail is like my face with like a fucking I'm gonna put it up for you. It's like a red circle around it, and then the white bits of the, I don't know whether he got that picture of my face, whether from fucking Steam or YouTube or something, and then the red circle around it, but the white parts of the square are protruding, and the four corners are not inside the circle. He couldn't be bothered to do that, but he at least got the red arrows, exposed, fraud, very fucking, it's absolutely adorable. And so yeah, I have to check this out. The description reads, "This is what I call taking out the trash." So yeah, let's jump right into this. Gonna enjoy it. So here he goes, trying to find the match.
Nice.
And then he finds one. And there it says nice. Like, I don't know if he doesn't find many matches or something. Maybe he's not using the DNS. If you don't know, DNS, I use Cloudflare, the 111, the 4 ones for the primary, the 1001 for the secondary, or you can use Google's DNS. Both of them are useful. You can get a lot more matches if you on that DNS. So if you're not doing that, you can use that while playing Elden Ring. It can help you find matches and that kind of stuff. And then for some reason, in this first fight, he's AFK when he enters.
Whoa, 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 hey,
Nice.
hey. Not even close.
Now this is amazing. So if you look at the different parts of the video, it's apparent that this guy is the references he makes in the edits, and he edited so much of this, man. It's so cute, how he did all of this just for me. I really appreciate it. His references are so old. Like, this guy is old, man. We're gonna see it. By the way, this is a perfect example. I froze it on the frame to show you how his connection is. This is gonna happen again, This is a hit, by the way, if you didn't see that. He's dead. Homie is dead, and he doesn't know it. Like, it's hilarious. So he got the donkey sound effect. It's a classic. Dude, I gotta say, every time I seen someone, against myself, recording my fights with them, I'm so menacing, bro. I'm not even kidding with you. Like, holy shit, look at that piece of shit, man. That guy is crazy. I don't know who the fuck that is. Yeah. And this is where I was like, I don't think I added him after this one. I think I added him after the next fight. But he pointed down, and I was like, okay, that was kind of weird. Disrespectful, Because I beat his ass many times before. You know, as always, you know, I have diagnosed the Elden Ring PvP community with Alzheimer's before, or at least selective memory. So they're not gonna remember when you beat them, but all the times they beat you, they counting, and it's like something like 25-0 so far. Every time you ask them, it's like, yeah, I beat you like 7 times, bro, and you're like, you fought me like 2 times in your entire life. It doesn't matter. But yeah, this guy points down, and first time I'm like, okay, that was, you know, he starts teabagging, and one time is fine, you know, one time it doesn't mean anything. Also, he's using the his HUD disappears, just like that automatic one, which is stupid. And then here it goes again. Like, his hits register so late that if he had a little bit more lag, he could combo light attacks. That's how much late in internet shit we had to get, you know. Alright, here he goes. Where's the frame button? And you see this? Oh, did you catch it? Let's go back. The video quality might be a little bit awful, so I apologize for that. This is 1080p, so this is the best we can get right here. Let me go back a little bit. So here we're gonna go frame by frame, right? My connection is not helping this right now. And then this, you know, because bullshit like this, you know, the internet problem is gonna increase, you know. You're gonna have mega phantom range. That's one of the things, and you're gonna the animation thing. So if I showed you the fight from my perspective, his hits were landing on me before I even saw them, and this is a great example of him backstabbing me when I'm in front of him. You know, you see my face? Bro has kinetic energy. He's gonna turn me the fuck around for this one backstab. He called Miyazaki. It's like, bro, this William guy, I don't know, man. He's like, I got you, bro. Shit, I'm gonna turn him around for you. You don't have to go behind him for a backstab. I'm gonna turn that bitch around for you. It's like, oh shit. So Miyazaki got your back. Yeah, you see that? Like, that's so... This guy's old, like grandpa. Amazing backstab based on skill, talent, and positioning, of course. Oh my god, you hate to see it. The constant, oh fuck, this is so upsetting. This is so upsetting when they do the target thing, when they what's it called? You know, locking on target. They do that thing when they sometimes lock off for no reason. Now you might be wondering, well, it must have some reason, like technical advantage. No. Here's why. Because they see other people do it. Other content creators and shit, they do the lock off thing, and they think that's some sort of advantage, and that for example makes you a professional player. They actually think that, and this guy does it for no reason. Look. After the backstab, look at this. He doesn't look back on for like 30 minutes. Look. Of course, I have to insist that he kinda doesn't need to, you know. Wherever he attacks, it's gonna land anyway, so. Yeah, a little bit more lag on his side would, you know, enable him to fucking combo regular attacks, just light attacks. Like, it's horrible. And, you know, after this time, you know, the second time, I'm like, okay, this guy's still teabagging. And okay, now it's personal. Now it's personal. You step on my toes, bitch. And I'm like offended and shit. And I'm gonna turn up on him. Like, this is my ultimate attempt. But it's still not enough. You see how that happened? I run at him. And then he like... I do this attack, right? And then I don't roll. I don't roll. Why? Because you see how I'm running? I attack, and then I have plenty of time to roll if I see him coming at me. But that's the point. Like, his attack was initiated. The hitbox is already in me. Like, the hit has landed, but I don't know about it yet. That's how fucked up. See, I'm going for another attack, but he already hit me. Like, it's a horrible situation. Not gonna lie. It's like, it makes him so, because usually, you know, people are not that good at the game, or if they do it for a long time and, you know, this is what they do, they generally tend to find good internet eventually. But this guy is like he has like 1,000 hours in the game or something, I don't remember, but he doesn't have the good internet. And he, you know, what a perfect example of look how he's locked off. He thinks this is somehow a pro move on his side. He's stupid. Wow. Now look at that. This is what I mean when being laggy is ultimately to your own detriment. It does give you a huge power boost. You can beat any expert in the field if you're laggy enough. You know, some people become fucking unstoppable. I mean, not completely. I still parry them, like this guy. You know, I previously fucked him up, but he's not gonna talk about those times. You can, you know, to me, it's just all added challenge, because this is the kind of thing that I like about Elden Ring PvP, because new players can come into it and they might, based on the circumstances, based on what build they use, they can just kill a veteran player, which is not possible in other fields, because to put it this way, for example, when you play Counter-Strike, the rules and the servers are all defined by a third party, and two people under the will of that third party come together to, you know, under the regulation of that third party. But Elden Ring is peer-to-peer, so it's sort of there's no third party. It's just you and the opponent connecting together, and that's it. And that's what makes it possible for like a new player to absolutely destroy someone if they have the right circumstances, which is a very interesting. It makes an interesting climate. I somehow managed to get the roll timings right in that situation, you know, the rhythm. I get the rhythm. Again, you see, like the guy thinks I'm like I'm bad at the game or something. If you look at this shit, you know, if you look at this shit, I'm not. You see, I attacked right there, and he thinks, you know, he timed his attack right. Yeah. And he, okay, look at this, and look at how long after the attack animation is done. Like, I have 10 to 35 minutes to, I'm exaggerating, whatever, to dodge, but I don't. Why is that? Because, buddy, you're in the fucking future. How about that? Fuck. But he doesn't know this. Of course, after the 2 times of disrespect, you know, the whole point of a duel is that, you know, when you fight someone, it's like we're gonna challenge our wills against each other, and I'm not gonna let you do what you want to do, and you're not gonna let me do what I want to do. We're gonna challenge each other, and at the end there, I'm like, oh, you want to point down now? You want to point down? Because you know I can't do anything about it. You want to point down a teabag? Well, check it out. Boom. I'm not gonna look at you. I'm not gonna look, because I don't have to. Because a lot of these people, you know, this is my favorite part of this game. When a lot of these people take things for granted. And I'm not saying granted, by the way. I'm saying granted. Alright. They take things for granted. And my job as the king is to come in there and absolutely blast the fuck out of their expectations, you know. And that's what this guy did, you know. It's so funny that they think, you know, they don't realize what's going on. But if you look at the fights, and you know, I fight some people a bunch of times, and always I have an effect on them while they have no effect on me. And that's the most amazing part. That's how you know who's the, you know, who won the battle actually. If you if after you quote unquote win that fight, and you exit the game, you know, you stop playing and you go and, you know, go edit the video, do so much effort, which I love, you know. I love this kind of stuff. You put so much effort into it, you know. And at that point, you know, or so many of these players, I have some signature moves like using the soap or clapping during fights. They start adopting, you know, the stuff I do, while I never do the same. And that's the best part about this. It's like someone's will is greater here, and it's affecting you, you know, regardless of what the outcome of the duels are. And that's just so fascinating. Yeah. I guess I'll just hop back into the Colosseum here in a second. Yeah, that's it.